Wait. Stop right there. Don't skip this one. This is the episode you've been waiting for. Everything Ben learned, everything Emma taught him, it all comes down to tonight. I'm Tony, and welcome back to English Unleashed. If you haven't watched episodes 1, 2, and 3 yet, pause this and go watch them first. Links are in the description. Because tonight is the night Ben and Emma finally face the stage. Speak Up Night. In front of a real audience, real strangers. No script to hide behind, no mirror to practice in. Just them and their voice. The question is simple. Will they freeze? Or will they finally speak? Let's find out. It was 7 in the evening. The event hall was filling up. Rows of chairs, a small stage, one microphone. Ben stood near the entrance, gripping his notebook so tightly his knuckles were white. You okay? No, not even a little. That's normal. Is it supposed to feel like this? Like what? Like my stomach is trying to escape through my throat. Yes, that's exactly normal. Today's new word is audience. We've used this word before, but tonight you'll actually feel it. Audience means the people watching you right now. Not imaginary, not practice, real. Repeat after me. Audience. Excellent. Ben looked around the room. People were finding their seats. Someone laughed loudly near the back. Ben flinched. There are so many people. There's less than you think. It feels like hundreds. It's 40. 40 is hundreds when you're about to speak. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. Fear doesn't calculate numbers. It exaggerates them. Your brain isn't lying to you on purpose. It's just protecting you the only way it knows, by making everything feel bigger, scarier, more dangerous than it actually is. Today's useful phrase is, calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. It means to relax when you feel anxious. Example, take a deep breath to calm your nerves. Repeat after me. Calm your nerves. Excellent. Ben sat down in the third row. Emma sat beside him. Neither of them spoke for a long moment. Then Ben broke his silence. Emma. Yeah? What if I forget everything? Then you'll remember it doesn't matter. What do you mean? You already know what to say. You wrote it. You practiced it. 5 times a night for 5 days. It's in you now, not on the page. Then exhaled slowly. I really hope you're right. Just then, a man walked up to the microphone on stage. He tapped it twice. The room went quiet. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Speak Up Night. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Speak Up Night. For those who don't know me, my name is Marcus. I run this English program. And every few months, we do something a little different. Tonight isn't a test. There are no grades, no corrections, no red pen. Ben leaned toward Emma. Did he just say no corrections? That's what he said. That feels too easy. It's not easy. It's just honest. There's a difference. Marcus continued on stage. Here are the only 2 rules. Rule 1, you speak for 2 minutes about anything real. Your journey, your struggle, your favorite mistake, anything true. Rule 2, no matter what happens, you finish. Even if you forget a word, even if you laugh at yourself, even if you stop for 5 seconds, you finish. The room was silent, absorbing his words. That's it. Those are the only 2 rules. Now, who wants to go first? Nobody moved. Ben stared at his notebook. Emma stared at the floor. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. Notice what just happened. A room full of people who all came here to speak, suddenly went quiet the moment they had the chance. That's not weakness. That's human. Everyone in that room was fighting the same fear. Today's new word is volunteer. Volunteer. Volunteer means to offer to do something without being forced. Repeat after me. Volunteer. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is break the silence. Break the silence. It means to be the first one to speak after a quiet moment. Example, someone needs to break the silence. Repeat after me. Break the silence. Excellent. After a long pause, a woman near the front slowly raised her hand. I'll go. Marcus smiled. Wonderful. Come on up. What's your name? Sophia. Everyone please welcome Sophia. The room clapped. Sophia walked to the stage. Her hands were shaking too. Ben watched closely. She looks as scared as me. Everyone does. Even the confident ones? Especially the confident ones. They just hide it better. Sophia reached the microphone. She took a breath. Hi, everyone. My name is Sophia. And 2 years ago, I couldn't order coffee without writing it down first. The room laughed warmly. Not at her, with her. Ben felt something shift in his chest. That's exactly what I'd say. Then maybe you're more ready than you think. But she kept going. I moved here 5 years ago. I had a business degree, but I couldn't say good morning without practicing it first. My first job interview, I froze completely. They asked my name. I said, "Nice to meet you too." The room laughed again. Sophia smiled, a little embarrassed. I didn't even answer the question. I just said something that sounded polite. Ben whispered to Emma, "That's oddly specific. I think we've all done that. Even you? Especially me." Sophia kept going. But here's the thing. Nobody remembers my mistake. They probably don't even remember me. But I remember. And for years, that memory kept me quiet until I realized something. She paused. The people in that interview went home. They forgot about me in an hour. But I carried that shame for 5 years. That's not fair. Not to me. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. We often give our mistakes more power than the people around us ever did. Strangers forget. We remember. And that memory can become a cage if we let it. Today's new word is shame. Shame. Shame means a painful feeling after doing something you regret. Repeat after me. Shame. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is let go. Let go. It means to stop holding on to something painful. Example, it's time to let go of that old mistake. Repeat after me. Let go. Excellent. Sophia finished her 2 minutes. The room applauded, genuinely, warmly. She walked back to her seat, visibly lighter. Marcus returned to the microphone. Beautiful. Thank you, Sophia. Who's next? Ben's stomach dropped. He looked at Emma. Emma looked back at him. Should we? Not yet. Let's watch one more. Okay, one more. A young man stood up near the middle row. I'll go next. Ben leaned back in his chair. Emma? Yeah? I don't think I can do this. Emma turned to face him fully. Yes, you can. You don't know that. I do, because I watched you practice for 5 days. That wasn't for nothing. The young man walked to the stage. He looked barely 20. His hands were shoved deep in his pockets. Hi, my name is Daniel. He paused, cleared his throat. Sorry, I'm more nervous than I thought. Marcus, still standing nearby, nodded encouragingly. Take your time, Daniel. We're not going anywhere. Daniel took a breath. I came to this country alone. No family here, no friends. Just me and a suitcase. The room grew quiet, really quiet. The first month, I ate every meal alone. I didn't call anyone because I was afraid of how I'd sound. I thought people would judge me for my accent, for my mistakes. So I said nothing. To anyone. For weeks. Ben glanced at Emma. She was staring at Daniel, completely still. One day, my neighbor knocked on my door. She brought food. She just said, "You looked lonely." I didn't know what to say, so I just said, "Thank you." 2 words. That's it. But it was the first time I spoke to another human being in 11 days. Daniel's voice cracked slightly. That "thank you" changed something in me. I realized silence wasn't protecting me. It was just making me disappear. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. Silence feels safe, but safety and isolation often look the same from the inside. Speaking, even badly, is how we stay visible, how we stay connected. Today's new word is isolation. Isolation. Isolation means being completely alone, separated from others. Repeat after me. Isolation. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is stay visible. Stay visible. It means to keep showing up, to not disappear. Example, even when it's hard, stay visible. Repeat after me. Stay visible. Excellent. Daniel wiped his eyes quickly. Anyway, that neighbor is actually here tonight. He pointed toward the back. An older woman waved, smiling through tears. The room erupted in applause. Ben felt his throat tighten. Emma. I know. I wasn't ready for that. Neither was I. Daniel returned to his seat. The older woman hugged him tightly. Marcus walked back to the microphone, clearly moved himself. Thank you, Daniel. All right. Who's brave enough to go next? The room was still quiet. From Daniel's story. Nobody moved. Ben felt something happening inside his chest. Not fear exactly. Something else. Emma? Yeah? I think I need to go. Emma turned to him. Are you sure? No. But I don't think waiting will help. If I watch one more person, I'll talk myself out of it. Emma smiled slightly. Then go. Right now? Right now. Then stood up. His legs felt strange. Not weak exactly. Just unfamiliar. Like they belonged to someone else. He raised his hand. I'll go. Marcus smiled warmly. Great. Come on up. What's your name? Ben. Everyone, please welcome Ben. The room clapped. Ben walked toward the stage. Every step felt impossibly long. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. The walk to the microphone is often harder than the speech itself. That's not weakness. That's anticipation. And anticipation always feels bigger than the moment it's anticipating. Today's new word is anticipation. Anticipation. Anticipation means the feeling before something happens. Often nervous, sometimes excited. Repeat after me. Anticipation. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is take the stage. Take the stage. It means to step forward and speak in front of others. Example: it's your turn to take the stage. Repeat after me. Take the stage. Excellent. Ben reached the microphone. He looked out. 40 faces looked back. Somewhere in the crowd, Emma gave him a small nod. Ben opened his mouth. Nothing came out. 5 seconds passed. The same 5 seconds from that coffee shop months ago. Ben remembered Emma's voice. Don't stop, just answer. He took a breath. Hi everyone, my name is Ben. His voice shook slightly. But it was there. I started learning English because I was tired. He paused, not from panic this time, just to breathe. Of staying quiet at my own job. Of staying quiet at my own job. Ben's voice steadied slightly. For years, I understood everything. Every meeting, every email, every conversation happening around me. But I said nothing. He glanced down at his notebook, then back up. I was afraid of sounding wrong, afraid of being laughed at. So I practiced silence every single day. Somewhere in the room, someone nodded. Ben couldn't tell who. It didn't matter. A few months ago, I met someone who was already doing what I was too scared to do. She ordered coffee in English. She talked to strangers. She made mistakes out loud, in public, and she didn't die. The room laughed softly. Ben allowed himself a small smile. So I decided to copy her. Badly at first. I once answered, "How's it going?" with just, "Yes." More laughter, warmer this time. But something happened. The more mistakes I made, the less they scared me. Ben's hands had stopped shaking. He hadn't noticed exactly when. 2 days ago, I rehearsed this speech to an empty chair, and I accidentally said, "steaming quiet," instead of "staying quiet." The room erupted in laughter. Real, loud laughter. Ben laughed too. I don't even know what that means, but apparently my brain does that sometimes. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. Notice what just happened. Ben's biggest laugh didn't come from a joke. It came from a mistake shared honestly out loud. That's the moment an audience stops watching you and starts connecting with you. Today's new word is connect. Connect. Connect means to form a bond with another person. Repeat after me. Connect. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is out loud. Out loud. It means spoken, not silent, not just in your head. Example: say it out loud. Don't just think it. Repeat after me. Out loud. Excellent. Ben looked out at the room again. 40 faces, but they didn't feel like 40 anymore. They felt like people. I'm not confident. Not yet. But I'm here. And a year ago, that would have been impossible. He took one last breath. Thank you. The room applauded, loudly. Ben stood there for a moment, almost confused by the sound. Then he walked back to his seat. Emma was standing, clapping harder than anyone. Ben reached his seat. His legs finally remembered how to feel normal. Emma pulled him into a quick hug. You did it! I actually did it. How do you feel? Ben sat down slowly, like I ran a marathon, backwards, while talking. Emma laughed. That's oddly specific. I don't know. My brain isn't working right now. That's normal. After something like that, your whole body is just catching up. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. The adrenaline after speaking isn't fear anymore. It's release. Your body held on to tension for days, maybe weeks, and now it finally has permission to let go. Today's new word is adrenaline. Len. Adrenaline is the feeling of energy and alertness your body creates during stress or excitement. Repeat after me. Adrenaline. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is catch up. Catch up. It means to reach the same point as something else. Example: my mind needs a moment to catch up. Repeat after me. Catch up. Excellent. Ben looked toward the stage. Marcus was speaking again. Beautiful, Ben. Truly. Who's next? Emma's hand suddenly rose. Ben turned to her, startled. Wait. Are you... Yes. Right now? If I wait any longer, I'll lose my nerve, just like you said. Ben grabbed her hand for a second. You've got this. Emma smiled, but her eyes were glassy. I hope so. She stood up. Marcus spotted her. Yes, come on up. What's your name? Emma's voice came out quieter than usual. Emma. Everyone, welcome Emma. The room clapped. Emma walked toward the stage slower than Ben had. Much slower. Ben watched her closely. For the first time all night, he saw something in Emma he hadn't seen before. Real fear. Not the calm, wise fear she always talked about. Something raw. Something that made her look exactly like him 5 minutes ago. Emma reached the microphone. She stood there for a moment, just breathing. The room waited, patiently. Hi, everyone. My name is Emma. Her voice trembled slightly, more than Ben expected. 5 years ago, I moved to this country and didn't speak English for 3 months. A quiet murmur moved through the room. Recognition. Understanding. I told myself I was just being careful, just being quiet until I was ready. But the truth is, I was terrified. Ben sat forward in his seat. He had never heard Emma say it quite like that before. Somewhere along the way, I got better. I built a whole life in English, a job, friendships, confidence even. But tonight, standing here, I feel exactly like I did 5 years ago. Emma's hands gripped the sides of the podium. Because confidence isn't something you earn once and keep forever. It's something you rebuild every single time you face something new. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. Even people who seem fully confident still feel fear in new situations. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's a skill you keep practicing again and again for the rest of your life. Today's new word is rebuild. Rebuild. Rebuild means to build something again, often stronger than before. Repeat after me. Rebuild. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is face something new. Face something new. It means to deal with a new challenge directly. Example: every day we face something new. Repeat after me. Face something new. Excellent. Emma looked out at the audience. Her eyes found Ben. A few months ago, I started helping someone learn to speak without fear. I taught him everything I knew. Pictures instead of translation. Speed instead of perfection. Mistakes instead of silence. She smiled slightly. Tonight, I watched him stand right here and do it. And it made me realize I've been giving advice I still need to take myself. Ben's chest tightened. So tonight isn't just his moment, it's mine too. Emma took a breath. Steadier now. I want to tell you about the moment that actually changed me. Not the meeting, not the mirror practice, something smaller. The room leaned in slightly. Ben noticed it. Everyone was listening, completely still. About a year after I arrived, I was at a grocery store. An employee asked me if I needed help finding something. I understood the question completely, but my mouth said something else entirely. She paused, almost laughing. I said, "I am finding." The room chuckled softly. Not, "I'm looking," not, "I'm okay, thank you," just, "I am finding." Like I was already in the middle of a discovery. Ben grinned. He could picture it perfectly. The employee paused, then smiled and said, "Well, good luck finding," and walked away. That was it. No correction, no judgment, just kindness. Emma's voice grew quieter. That night, I cried in my car. Not because it was sad, because for the first time, a mistake didn't feel like failure. It felt like being human, in a language that wasn't mine yet. Let's pause here. Here's today's lesson. We assume the world is waiting to judge us, but most people are simply living their own lives, too busy, too kind, or too indifferent to judge us the way we judge ourselves. Today's new word is indifferent. Indifferent. Indifferent means not caring one way or another, neither for nor against. Repeat after me. Indifferent. Excellent. Today's useful phrase is being human. Being human. It means accepting your flaws as a natural part of life. Example: making mistakes is just being human. Repeat after me. Being human. Excellent. Emma wiped her eyes quickly. I used to think I needed permission to make mistakes. Tonight, watching Ben, I remembered something. Nobody gives you that permission. You give it to yourself. She looked directly at the crowd. So tonight, I'm giving myself permission again. Thank you. The room rose to its feet. Applause thundered through the small hall. Ben stood too, clapping until his hands hurt. Emma walked off the stage, tears streaming freely now. Not from sadness, from something lighter. Emma reached her seat. Ben pulled her into a hug before she even sat down. That was... I don't even have the words, in English or otherwise. Emma laughed through her tears. Neither do I. Honestly. They sat together as Marcus returned to the stage. Thank you all for a beautiful night. That's all the time we have, but I hope you leave here remembering something simple. Your voice matters, exactly as it sounds right now. Imperfect, real, yours. The room slowly began gathering coats and bags. Conversations sparked between strangers who no longer felt like strangers. Ben turned to Emma. Can I ask you something? Of course. Did you know you were going to speak tonight? Before you saw my speech? Emma thought for a moment. No. Honestly, no. So what changed? Watching you reminded me of something I'd forgotten. What's that? That I never really finished my own journey. I just got good enough at hiding the fear. I called it confidence. But some fears you don't outgrow. You just learn to sit with them. Let's pause here. Here's today's final lesson. Growth isn't a straight line from fear to fearlessness. It's a spiral. You return to old fears, but each time a little wiser, a little steadier, a little more yourself. Today's final word is growth. Growth. Growth means the process of developing and becoming better over time. Repeat after me. Growth. Excellent. Today's final phrase is sit with it. Sit with it. It means to accept a difficult feeling without rushing away from it. Example, sometimes you just have to sit with the fear. Repeat after me. Sit with it. Excellent. Outside, the night air felt cooler than before. Ben and Emma walked toward their cars, side by side. So, Ben said, what now? Emma smiled. Now? We keep going. That's it? That's it. No new lesson? No big secret? The secret was never a secret, Ben. Show up. Speak anyway. Let the mistakes happen, over and over. Ben nodded slowly, little by little. Exactly. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'm Tony. Tonight, Ben and Emma both learned something important. Confidence isn't a destination, it's a practice, one you return to again and again. Keep listening, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep speaking. In our next episode, we meet someone new. Someone's journey looks nothing like Ben's or Emma's, and yet, somehow, exactly the same. I'll see you in episode 5. Bye for now.